Hello, hello. So this is my second dread update. It's been 3 weeks since I got my dreads. I guess just over 3 weeks and a day. And so it's been going good. I pretty much am in love with them. They definitely have gotten quite frizzy in these 3 weeks. There's just a lot of little loose hairs sticking out the sides of every one. There's little loops that form, and of course, I'm not going to be able to find one now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, so like little like after you wash them, it'll more and more happen after you wash them and get them wet and play around with them. But hair will just kind of stick out the side. Like here's one, and this is what happens after it becomes a loop. So you'll have like a little hair stick out the side like that, just like a little loop sticking out the side of the dread. And then the more that loosens up and gets caught on things, it'll pull out, pull out, pull out. And then now like this just has like a piece of hair sticking out the side. So I have a few of these around and some that are just actual loops, which I can't find right now. But so yeah, that happens. The other main thing that happened is like at the very root of the dreads, the hair there loosens up. Just like you can run your hand through hair that's not dreaded, you could just like swoop your hand through it. I could pretty much do that when I first got my dreads. Like I could just put my fingers on my scalp, keep them on my scalp, and run them back, and my fingers would just kind of stay on the scalp and find their way through the dreads as you run your head back. And I can't really do that now. If I did that, they would just keep getting caught on more and more hair as I went back. And it's mostly in the very back of my head right here, and I think that's just like that's what's going to get rubbed most when you're sleeping. Every time you're in a chair and you put your head back, that's where your head's going to hit and rub. So I think that just gets the most, agitation. So that's where the hair loosens up the most. But yeah, so that and the loops and the loose hairs sticking out the side, those are the two main, and just general frizziness. Those are the main things, how they change in those first few weeks. And that pretty much, that happened more and more the more that I would wash it or get it wet. So I ended up washing it, well, I guess 3 times in the first 3 weeks, so about once a week. I actually use shampoo, and I got the Naughty Boy shampoo bar. Naughty Boy is a brand, if you don't know that. And so it's like a bar of soap, but it's shampoo. So you just kind of get really good lather with that, and then rub that in the scalp. And that seemed to work pretty well. The first time I just actually got lather on my hands and then rubbed that in, and I couldn't really get a very good lather with that. So the second time I actually just took the bar and would like split my hair, rub the actual bar of soap up and down my scalp here, then move some dreads over, do it back there, and like went all the way around my head like that. And that got it much more clean. It just felt much better afterwards. So that's kind of what I did there. And it didn't take that long to dry. I thought that it would take like hours to fully dry through, but it took maybe two hours to fully dry. In the first half hour, every time it would get wet in the first half hour, it would just constantly be dripping. Like I would just need a towel right nearby, and every 5 minutes I'd have to squeeze again because it would just be constantly dripping. And then after that stops, like maybe an hour after that, it feels pretty dry fully through. So that was good. And then the other thing is I was like really nervous that it would just look so greasy at the root. Because before my hair was dreaded, that was like my biggest problem. My hair is just always greasy. Like, I probably should have not shampooed it so often. Like, I really shampooed every day, which I probably shouldn't have. If I got it used to only being shampooed every 2 or 3 days, then it probably wouldn't have gotten greasy so fast all the time. But, so I thought that was going to be like my biggest problem, was that it was just going to look like really greasy and gross at the roots, which doesn't happen. Like, it really isn't. Like, I showered, I guess I should take the headband out for now, but I showered 4 days ago now. Oh, 3 days ago. And it's really not so bad. It's not greasy so much. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of dry, if anything. And that's the other thing. Yeah, the main problem I found is that it gets itchy. Your scalp gets itchy. So I actually have this, also Naughty Boy brand. It's cooling moisture spray. Um, it's peppermint. It actually smells really good. It just smells like a candy cane. But you just spray that on your scalp if it gets itchy, and it really helps. So I use that a little bit. Um, but yeah, in general, it really hasn't been so bad. Like not washing that often, I mean. Uh, so yeah, that's that. Did I forget anything? Let's see. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's how it's been going. Um, for those who are a little bit nervous about getting dreads, who maybe have a job in an office or don't know how your work will take it, I like researched a lot online before I got them and was reading other people's opinions, and everyone kept saying, like, trust me, like, no one will care as much as you think they will, like, whatever, just do it, like, no one will really care. And I was still like, I don't know, I think my managers will kind of not like it. And, like, honestly, no one gives a shit at all. Like, none of my managers has even, like, said anything to me about it. Just, like, no one cares. I, like, told this to one of my friends who works in a different city than I do. And they asked, just out of curiosity, they asked their manager, oh, what would you think if someone here got dreads? And the manager's response was, I have much better things to worry about than that. So, honestly, it's probably fine. I thought about, like, asking them ahead of time, and then I felt like that was just really awkward and weird. I don't know, I didn't want to. So I just didn't. But also because a reason why I didn't is because another article that I read online was that, like, someone said the bigger deal you make out of it, the bigger deal they will probably make out of it. So I just didn't say anything about it. The first day I came in, I put it, like, back in a bun, and just no one said anything. Like, it was fine. So my advice is to just do it. If you want to do it, just do it. So yeah, I'm actually going tomorrow for maintenance, where my understanding is that they're going to just use a crochet hook again and pull in all the loose hairs at the root that I was talking about, and probably those ones that, like this, you know, the hair that's just sticking out in the middle of the dread. So kind of just make it look neat again. She said it's not going to take long at all, like less than an hour. So I think it's pretty minimal. They recommend, this is the same place that I actually got them done at. So they recommended going for maintenance the first time after 1 month, which I'm going 3.5 weeks, a little bit early. But I'm going to Australia next weekend, so I wanted to get it done before that. And so, yeah, the first time after 1 month, and then I think it was 2 months for the next one, and then every 6 months for the first, like, about 2 years. So it's only 5 times in the first 2 years about. So it's really not too often. So yeah, I'll try to post again, like a day or two right after I get that maintenance done, so you could see the difference, I guess, if there's going to be much. I think it's just going to look much neater. I think there won't be as much frizz sticking out the sides and everything. But yeah, all right, bye.